Hello, all our drivers. This is Sarah Sherman, the safety manager, and
Eddie Ingram, the training recruiting manager.
hi guys. Today we're doing a video to help you drivers out on the road, and we want to talk about the current scenario with the coronavirus and things that you should be doing out on the road, things that we're doing as a company, and what should happen if you do get sick on the road. So those are the kind of topics we're going to talk about today. I just want to start by talking about the scenario that we are in right now in this country, and that is that everybody, the bigger cities everywhere around, is really talking up this social distancing, and it's very important for everybody to practice. Why is it important? Because we want to make sure that our medical community is not overwhelmed, and the more that we distance ourselves socially from everybody, it's a bigger chance of not contracting the virus and getting to the hospital. And of course, with time, we'll all be good, but the least amount of people getting it in the road and all over the country, the better. That is one thing we want to talk about. But as drivers, I want to say that you guys are right now the heroes in this country. The truckers are the heroes. You guys are the ones that are getting all the supplies out to the stores. You're getting all those TP that everybody's wanting, all of the supplies they need for cleaning, disinfecting. So right now, you guys are those heroes out there in this country, and I want to applaud you guys and all the trucking community for doing this, right? But of course, you're out there doing this job, you're doing this important job, but you also have to take precautions. You have to be proactive so that you don't come in contact with this virus and that you get sick. A couple things that we want to talk about. Eddie, did you want to talk about some of the things that you could be doing while you're on the road?
We're going to show some things that you guys should be doing while you're out there. We're going to show you guys how you should be washing your hands. And like Sarah said, these are preventative measures. We just want to make sure that you guys are taking the precautions to make sure that you don't contract the disease and you spread it. So we just want to make sure you guys are washing your hands, cleaning your truck, wiping down your steering wheel, taking some of our disinfectant spray and spraying the handles of the trailers, just because those trailer handles get touched so much. So we're going to show some examples here. This is just an introduction to what we're going to show you guys. Of course, Sarah's leading it because she's a safety department. Want to make sure we're all safe out there. Yeah. So guys, just make sure you're washing your hands, cleaning your truck, wiping down the steering wheel, wiping anything that you touch. You can even spray down the people net unit to make sure that you keep that clean at all times. So we're going to walk around the building. We're going to show you guys some examples of what you should be doing while you're out there.
Everybody's talking about hand washing and hand washing for at least 20 seconds. So wherever you're at, wash your hands. Okay guys, this is just a quick demonstration of how you should be washing your hands. Okay, I know it sounds back to basics, but those 20 seconds really are important. I'm going to wash my hands. Eddie's going to hum the happy birthday song twice, and that should be a 20-second. So here we go. Get some soap. Get in between your fingers. Keep going. Rinse. That's it. Simple as that. Now remember, once you dry your hands, get some paper, because you don't know who was the last one who handled that doorknob. Use the paper to open the door and go out, toss it. Another thing is we want you not to be touching your faces much, avoid touching your face, avoid touching others. Handshakes, what do you want to do? The elbow bump, the foot bump, anything to stay away from shaking hands is good. Avoid close contact with other people. I know Eddie and I are kind of close because we're trying to get into the video together, but you want to keep at least 6 foot distance from others while you're out on the road. Another thing that I thought of, your pen. Always carry your own pen with you. You know, don't borrow anybody else's pen. Keep it in your pocket, put it behind your ear, so that if anybody asks you to sign anything, you're not borrowing somebody else's pen. You're using your own pen. Same thing with your clipboards. As you get a clipboard, don't hand it to somebody. Just have them sign with their own pen if you need a signature. Or if you need to sign something from somebody else's clipboard, don't handle their clipboard. Just use your pen and sign it, and that's it. Keep that in mind. Other things that we want to talk about is, Eddie said later on we're going to show you in the truck what you should be doing.
All right, so now I'm gonna show you guys some things that you should do on your truck to make sure your truck is clean, make sure you have a less chance of getting the virus. Before climbing into your truck, you want to spray down the door handle. You don't have to really go back and wipe behind it, because once you get in the truck, you just make sure you wipe your hands off if you have any disinfect on your hands. But you do want to make sure you wipe your door handle, especially when you're coming back from home time. You don't know what drivers touched your handle on your door, or if any mechanics touched the handle on your door. So just make sure you clean your door before climbing in the truck. Also, since we're required to use 3 points of contact at all times, just go ahead and spray the handles before you get in the truck, and also spray the door. All right, don't be shy to spray it. Go ahead and spray it. We have more cans if you guys need more, but make sure you guys clean it as best you can. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the can down so I can get in using 3 points of contact. Go ahead and grab the handle in the door, grab the other handle, and I'll climb in. Before I touch my steering wheel, I'm gonna go ahead and disinfect the steering wheel as well. And my horn. While I'm sitting here, I'm gonna go ahead and disinfect the gear shifter and my people net unit, but make sure you spray your people net unit really light. We don't want to mess it up and get the spray inside of it, so I'm gonna just spray it really fast, just like that, and I'll take a rag and just wipe that down to make sure I don't blow out my people net unit. Also, it's a good idea to go ahead and spray down the whole dashboard. Why not? And another place, I pull down my handles with the can. So I'll go ahead and spray that, and I'll spray this one as well. And some of you guys like to use your passenger door a lot, so you want to just go ahead and continue and spray the passenger side as well, and you might have a passenger riding with you too. So you just want to do the same thing I did on the driver's side on the passenger side. And also, it's a good idea to go in the back, and anything you touch, your drawers, your cabinets, your bunk heater, anything that you're touching on the regular, just go ahead and spray it down. It's best to be safe than sorry, so let's be safe.
Read the instructions also on the can. We have some instructions there for you, some good tips for you to do on the road. Finally, Eddie did a quick show of what you should be spraying, but listen to the instruction, read the instructions, because in some cases they want you to spray it good and let it wet and let it sit for 3 minutes before you do it. So read the instructions as well.
Okay, and one more thing that I'm gonna spray, I'm gonna climb down and actually spray one more thing for you guys. Mechanics open your hood a lot, and the way to open the hood is under the steering column. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray that too. And like Sarah said, I'm gonna let it sit before I wipe it down. Just let it go ahead and work its magic and disinfect everything. Thank you. We're gonna show you guys trailers next. So now I wanna show you guys how to disinfect your trailer as well. You have a couple of things that you touch here on the front of the trailer. One is our box where our registration is. You wanna go ahead and spray that down. And then you have your glad hand lines, you want to spray that where the electrical cable goes as well. And then your drop box. Drop box is something that we touch a lot, especially if we pick up a loaded trailer that was we need to repower for another driver. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray down my drop box. And like Sarah said in the other video, just let it sit for 3 to 4 seconds before touching it or before wiping it down. Now come over to the side of the trailer. And your landing gear, you want to make sure that you spray this down as well. Don't wipe it off right then and there. Just go ahead and walk the whole trailer, and then you can come back and wipe things down, and that way it'll be for sure disinfected. And sometimes we go down here and we touch our lug nuts to make sure they're not loose on our pre-trip. So why not? Go ahead and spray those down as well. All right. Very, very, very important because the back of the trailer, the handles can be handled by many people, the shipper, other drivers. So go ahead and spray down your handles as well. All right, and that should keep you guys safe out there. And thank you, and please feel free to reach out to the safety department if you have any questions or any concerns. Have a great day and drive safe.
But disinfecting your truck, you should have some sanitary wipes or spray with you. If you do not have this, contact your dispatcher or your manager. We are in the process, we have been sending out these disinfectant sprays, and we have some more coming, so we could always have some in supply for the drivers. So talk to your managers if you don't have some already, and use it sparingly. So other than that, we want to make sure you're doing all of this on the road. What I want to tell you too is if you are on the road and you start feeling sick, if you start feeling like you're catching a flu and you don't know what it is, contact your manager right away. We want to get you home as soon as possible if that's the case. And while you're at home, contact your medical provider. If you don't have a medical provider, we had sent some messages out that our insurance does have like those CVS Minute clinics that that you can use through our insurance. There's also this great tool that you use called Teladoc. Teladoc is covered through our insurance policy, and it's a great way to talk to a doctor. One of our staff used it the other day. I was very impressed. They got on a phone, they talked to the doctor sent a prescription over to the pharmacy, never had to go to the doctor's office. So it's called Teladoc. If you need more information on this, you can contact Susie Dansal in our payroll department. She handles all our insurance benefits, and she could direct you to this information. Some of the things that we're doing here in our offices, right? We're doing a lot of
social distancing.
Social distancing. So if you come to our offices, you're going to notice that they're a little less crowded. We have a lot of employees that are working from home. And that's very important because, again, we're doing the social distancing. And again, the social distancing is, we want to lower that curve. You hear that a lot. We want to try to avoid people, flooding our hospital and our medical community. So we want you to do your part on the road. We're doing our part in our offices.
And let me say one thing. Basically, that's what it's really about. It's about us not, running our healthcare system to the ground.
Correct.
We just don't want to have it overfilled with young people that's going to get healthy. I don't want you guys to be fearful of what's going on or the measures that we're taking here. We just want to make sure that we're taking the proper precautions to keep everyone healthy. We don't know what's going on. A lot of new news is popping up every day. So please, guys, listen to what Miss Sara is saying and just take these precautions to make sure you don't contract or you don't catch the disease or the illness or whatever you want to call it. Just make sure that you guys are out there following what Sara is saying. And again, don't be scared, and thank you to all the drivers that's out there still doing the job, because if we don't run, the world shuts down. So again, thank you all for what you're doing out there, and just please make sure that you don't have the fear. It's fear over facts over fear.
Yes. And a couple of things I wanted to mention about in our office. We mentioned we're kicking up the cleaning in our offices.
Yes, thank you, Pat.
Pat, yay. And our after hours cleaning, our janitorial, they're coming in and disinfecting after hours as well. And
Nice.
Pat's coming through the offices, like 3 times a day, wiping down everything. We mentioned the social distancing. We're also asking the drivers, when you are in at any location, stay in your truck as much as possible, whether it's at a truck stop, whether if you go to eat something, go get something to eat, come back to your truck. By the way, a lot of the truck stops have been telling us that they are still open, and a lot of the food that they're serving is to go, not to eat. So go get your food, go back to your truck, stay in truck, eat. And when you're here at our offices or at any of the our locations, facilities, try to stay as much as possible in your trucks. If you do need to come out and conduct business, please do so, and minimize the exposure that you are to other people, okay? This is a temporary scenario. We're doing this, like we said, social distancing. It's just to get everybody in the country to get over this this time that we're going through. Like Eddie said, don't panic though. Don't panic.
Yes,
We're not
please.
in panic mode. You just practice safe hygiene. you know, so you could continue helping America.
Yes.
And continue helping and being those heroes that you are out there, okay?
Yes, and the last thing I see here on the list is we moved the POD box into the
Oh, yes.
H
Atrium.
room. So if you guys you no longer need to go into the dispatch office to drop your paperwork, please make sure you guys, if you're able to, continue to use your drive axle to send in your paperwork. If that's the way you send your paperwork, if you drop it, then you just come right inside of the H room on top of the mailbox. That's where we place the red box. That's where you can drop your paperwork at now.
Great. Okay. You guys keep being our heroes out there, okay?
Thank you all, everybody out there moving the freight. I highly
Yes.
appreciate you guys. I know how important a truck driver is. I probably tell it to you guys all the time. Without a trucker, we have no America. So thank you guys that's out there powering the freight. Continue keeping up a good job. And one more thing, stay safe out there. Safety
Yes.
is number one. It's on the side of our trucks. Safety is our number one priority, and that's why we're putting out this video.
This is an example that you can do when you're at any office that you go to out on the road. As you're going out of the office, a good idea is not to use your hands. Many people have these bars. Use your body. Open it. Use that to open it. And even if when you get back to your truck, use disinfectant, hand sanitizers, whatever you can to remember to get any germs if you might have touched some surface.